Hello, how's it going today? I am here in the Limerick Forest, just outside of Merrickville, Ontario. And this is the second time that I've been to the Limerick Forest. The first time I was here was way back when I first started my channel, and I did the Huckleberry Trail. If you click the link at the top of your screen, you'll be able to see that video there. So I'm here today on the Scotch Line Trail, just off of Scotch Line Road. And to get to this point, it's kind of an ATV trail. Is an unmaintained part of the road, and so you have to park at the end of the maintained road, walk about 500 meters to get to this sign, and the trail just goes on that way. And we're going to get to the marsh today and take a look at the beautiful bog that's there, and hopefully have some really good views. So follow me and I'll take you through the Limerick Forest. So we are in the United Counties of Leeds and Grenville. This is the Limerick Forest, and it's a certified forest. The forest is certified as well managed by the Smart Wood program of the Rainforest Alliance in accordance with the rules of the Forest Stewardship Council. And they have an awesome little map here that shows us where we are and where we're gonna go. So this is the Scotch Line Road here. And you drive to this point and park on the side of the road there. And then you have to walk to this point here where I am now. And so we're gonna follow this pathway down here, all the way down to get to the boardwalk that's gonna show us Hanlan's Marsh. So we're gonna go off this way and start our journey through the Limerick Forest. And so this is just an ATV trail that is regularly used. So we're just gonna watch out just in case there's someone coming down with their ATV. But we're just gonna go down this way a little ways and then get to the beginning of the trail through the forest. Okay, so according to our map that we saw at the beginning, this is a branch that goes through the forest. It's really hot out here, so hopefully it's a lot less hot and a little bit more cooler going through the forest. Oh yeah, with all the shade in here, it is so much cooler. Let's go through the forest. It's a beautiful forest. Everything's just so green. It is actually a really nice walk through the forest here. It's nice and shaded. Even though it's 30 degrees outside, you can't really tell once you're walking through all this shade. So it's going to be a really beautiful day for an awesome hike through the forest. Okay, so we're actually coming up to some railway tracks here. And if you follow my channel, you'll know that I absolutely love anything to do with trains. So this is really cool that the trail's going to follow alongside some railway tracks here. Hey, so this is kind of cool, eh? Just the trail following along beside some railway tracks here. I'm 90% sure they're still in use, so Just always something to be aware of and careful around when you're coming out here. But we're going to continue on this way here and go back in through the forest. So silly me, I got a little bit too excited about the train tracks and went off the wrong way. The trail actually is going to go straight across and over the tracks. So just one thing to be careful of is making sure that there's no trains coming, and then we'll go across and continue on the trail. So I was just following this pathway here along the train tracks, but according to my map, this portion of the trail goes straight across and over the tracks. So here's the other side of the tracks here, and the trail continues on forward. So this is kind of a loop trail, and there's 2 or 3 different branches that go through the loop. So I'm just kind of cutting through. I'm just following that map that we had at the beginning of the trail there, trying to get to that boardwalk. So I kind of just did a little bit of a screen recording just to show you what exactly I've been doing. So the green that you see on the trail there is something that is from All Trails, the app, and that's showing us what someone has done as a loop. And so the blue is what I'm actually doing and recording. And so you can see that I'm just cutting through on another portion of the trail that's mapped out there. And I'm going to meet up with the other part of the green that's on the video there. Oh, okay, so I've met up with another portion of the Scotch Line Trail here. So we're actually going to go back that way to get back to the beginning when we're done. And so the boardwalk is going to go off this way here. So if we just take a little bit of a look at our All Trails map again, you can see that the green is what the trail is on the map, and the blue is what I'm walking. So we're gonna continue on this way to get to that little icon there that says wetlands. Ooh, got a nice big puddle here. I'm gonna have to go up and around on the edge here. Okay, so we're coming up to this little area here where there's going to be a nice little boardwalk. And the boardwalk's going to take us to see that beautiful view. And if you followed along on my channel before, you'll know that I appreciate a good boardwalk because usually there's a good view at the end of one. Okay, so we're gonna go and walk over the bog now. Okay, so here we are at the wetlands, and I believe this is called the Wilford Bog. And there's 3 different information plaques that we can learn from. So let's start with this one over here. So this is talking about wetlands. There are 4 classes of wetlands in Ontario. Marshes, which are periodically or permanently flooded. Swamps, wooded wetlands, flooded for most of, if not all of the year. Fens that have peaty soil, neutral to alkaline, located where groundwater is flowing to the surface. And bogs, which are peat-filled depressions often formed in old glacial lakes that receive their water and nutrients from rainfall. So there's just a few examples there. So this is a photo here of the Wilford Bog seen from the viewing platform, Limerick North, Craig Road block. So that's not where we are here today, but we still have a really great view of the wetlands here. Okay, and this one talks a bit more about some animal life that you can find out here. It says that wetlands act as the link between land and water. They play an important role in the local water cycle by contributing to groundwater discharge and recharge, filtering harmful pollutants and absorbing excessive amounts of water due to flooding. Many of the world's migratory bird species nest in or near wetlands, and nearly half of all the endangered species listed in North America are dependent on wetlands for their survival. With a productivity rate almost as high as rainforests, wetlands provide habitat for many aquatic and terrestrial species. Wetlands are often popular destinations for recreational activities such as bird watching, hiking, snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, and photography. And there's a bunch of different birds and animals that live out here, like herons, beavers, turtles, geese, lots more. There's a beautiful little butterfly here. All right, so we've gone from this beautiful boardwalk here to the amazing view here of the Wilford Bog, which is an amazing wetland. So from where I began till this point was only 3 kilometers. Okay, so this is the beautiful Wilford Bog out here in Limerick Forest on the Scotch Line Trail. Really awesome place out here. I love coming to areas like this where you're walking through a forest and then all of a sudden, boom, no forest, just wetland or bog as far as you can see. And it is really, really beautiful. It's really important that we conserve places like this for the animals and for the future of our planet, just so that future generations can come out here and enjoy it like I have been, which is what the entire goal of conservation is. And I'm hoping to help that along as much as I can. And I really want to thank you all for coming along with me on all of my adventures, and I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to find more places like this. This is just, 10 minutes outside of Merrickville, Ontario. It's a really beautiful place. I recommend coming out here, checking it out. I'm Brandon from Brandon's Walks. I really appreciate it when you follow me along. And as always, I will see you at the next one.